John McGuinness leads us off the line on the number 1 bike. He'll tuck in and blast down Bray Hill. Getting used to this now by this time of the week. Dean Harrison up next. Wind speed look 19 miles an hour. It's pretty windy here today. Lee Johnston takes the line. I think we've got a pretty good idea on form, Cam, from the race the other day.
We see Dean, is he going to be able to go up the inside to Grieber Bridge?
Has to wait, doesn't he, again? So he's lifted a few times there. That would have cost him just a little bit, but McGuinness lets him go, and now he's back in quite a familiar position this week, to be fair, Cam. He's led on the road, having passed McGuinness fairly early on in most of his encounters.
Look at the speed of those bikes as they go through Gorsley for the first lap.
Side of the road there, you can just see that dampness. It's more, isn't it, later in the lap? But Cam, you're saying it's right in the curbsides as the road drops away towards the undergrowth?
Yeah, you can see those shaded areas will hold that dampness a little longer. Back on board with that fantastic up-facing camera. Again, seeing Dean, the focus, the concentration through that clear visor.
And just how much effort he's putting into riding. Is this the most physical part of the track, this side? I mean, it's all physical, isn't it? But where's the most physical, technical part?
Well, Andrew, it's all physical, but the most technical part would be from Salisbury Bridge through to Ramsey.
And the most time to be gained there as well as a result?
There's time to be gained everywhere around the TT course.
Just depends how brave you're feeling. And there is Michael Dunlop on an absolute mission. You look back from Davey Todd. So Davey Todd has just passed Gary Johnson. Well,
through Glen Helen there, you can see lots of damp patches on the edge of the curb in all those areas that the sun hasn't reached as yet.
Flips it down a gear through the long left and then over to the right. Let's check out the leaderboard. Dunlop at the top. Harrison just 2.1. Davey Todd slots in at 1.2 seconds back. But this is the man we really need to see through that split. Peter Hickman, fantastic battles between him and Dunlop all week. And Harrison too. Those three have made up the podium in 3 of our 4 solo races so far.
And we're watching Michael Dunlop from the helicopter view.
And Hickman slots in P2. He's a 1/10 of a second back. 0.158 could not be closer. On board with Jamie Coward. Where are you looking here, Cam? How far up the road?
As far as you possibly can. You're straining your neck with your head back as Peter Hickman. Oh. Now that's a perfect example of slipstreaming at the end of Salisbury Straight. Absolute maximum speed and brake as late as you dare.
And is that as much of a surprise? Coward will have heard him coming a little bit, won't he? Where we don't hear that quite so much from the onboard, but
probably just at the last second as here we're with Dean making his way through Ramsey hairpin for the first lap. Now they're going to head up under trees where there will be some damp patches.
Yeah, this was the first point that was mentioned along with Hilbury later on in the lap. On the brakes nice and late for Lee Johnston. How easy do you take it when you know there's damp patches there? They'll know it's been a hot, dry morning all morning, but still if it's there, so it's not super cautious, is it? But it's not full commitment? I mean, where do you go?
It's full commitment. We've got a 2-lap Isle of Man TT race. There's no time to slow down and assess the conditions. You need to throw yourself in there with gusto.
Dunlop exits that hairpin. He looked fairly well on it through there. I think he's just about to catch up with McGuinness from the looks of things. John McGuinness with Dunlop closing in behind, so Dunlop will look to get through here as quickly as he can.
And Michael will want to carry that momentum. He won't want to be held up by John here. Oh, sneaks past in the thinnest of gaps around the outside. Turns up to the inside as they head up through Joe. Whoa, look at the back tyre of Michael's bike. Rear suspension just compressed.
Harrison. Oh, he's lit through Gorsley.
Just listen to that Dow Racing Kawasaki sing. Hard on the brakes. Back to second gear. Back on the power and out of there.
He looked late on the brakes there. Harrison's not given up either, has he? I mean, he's going to want to be on the podium again. He's had a good week. Would like to be a step higher on the podium, and that's what Dunlop would like as well, and there isn't any more track than that.
That is commitment. Look how tucked in he is. Did not raise above the screen a centimetre.
See the rear there skipping around on the road, and again to the edge of the road. Cam, how hard is he trying?
He is leaving nothing left to spare.
all in from Michael Dunlop. I suspect it will be the same from Peter Hickman. Is this Hickman we're looking back at now? John McGuinness we're on board with. Who are the two riders behind?
Two, there's actually three riders behind as Pete Hickman makes his way through. Has this cost him any time?
I passes McGuinness tidily on the exit, but that's three bikes that he's had to pass in very close succession, Cam. It was only half a second in it as Hickman leads a gaggle of them down now. It's like a short circuit race.
Hickman, McGuinness, Hutchie, Todd, look at them. Just a freight train through Gorsley.
That was Davey Todd having a look. Davey Todd having a look up the inside. Surely not going to pass two. He does. He goes up the inside of McGuinness and he goes past Hutchinson as well.
Oh, now we're riding on board with Paul Jordan. Paul's had a fantastic week. His first ever TT podium in the Super Twin race, and he'll be carrying that confidence into this Supersport second TT race.
He was so fired up, wasn't he, after that race? He really was. On board with McGuinness now.
Jamie Coward catching, trying to find a way through. Where will he be able to pass? John around the outside, up the inside. Magnificent.
Wow. That's all I've got to say about that.
And here we see from the helicopter view, Dean Harrison breaking down to Balaf to the splits.
Nicely done again. Very similar to the style of the first lap. He's the first man through there. 1.8. Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? You know, I guess it's a case of whether or not Hickman knows if he's had a board since that point, and it's not going to knock his confidence. It's so close.
Over that Ballacry jump.
Wow.
Land and tuck straight back in, straight back on the tank, elbows in, straight back to speed, back down a gear, flick it into quarry bends.
Did it make a difference where you are on the road there?
Yeah, as I said, you want to be about the middle of the road and you want to have the bike nice and upright, giving yourself plenty of space. Look at Michael Dunlop. Visually, you can see how hard he's trying, how hard he's tucking in. Not to mention how hard he's revving that MD Racing Yamaha R6.
It's the commitment on turning as well, isn't it? There's absolute belief that it will turn in. He's late on the brakes. There's Hickman, just stands up a little bit on the saddle as he goes over Balaf Bridge. Harrison, still first on the road, still pushing hard.
Up Harwood's rise. Look at the mist coming in and look how hard those flags are blowing in the breeze. That really just shows what kind of breeze and wind gusts these riders are dealing with.
Here's Dunlop. Watch him getting close to the curb. He's knee down there and then lifts it up just in time, Cam. He really is on it.
Yeah, he certainly is. Back with Paul Jordan as he makes his way out of Parliament Square. That fantastic rear camera angle showing how much he's moving around on the seat.
So here comes Dunlop now. This is the only thing really that can stop him. 2.8 is plenty. Harrison crosses the line. It's a great ride by him. Should be enough for P3. He comes into the return road now. But whereabouts is Michael Dunlop? He should be in that slippery section. No, he's already onto Glencrutchery Road, and Dunlop is going to come over and cross the line to take his second TT Supersport win of the week, his 21st TT victory. Absolutely epic performance with full commitment on lap 2. And Hickman crosses the line for P2. He's been on the podium in every single solo race this week. Absolutely brilliant.